I promoted in the late 90s his fight when he actually won the world title against Herbie Hyde, and that set him onto the road of glory as far as boxing was concerned. He was the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and you know, very, very bright guy. When he turned professional, he was an Olympic gold medalist, and he then learnt to speak English. He learnt to speak German. That's where he's based, in Germany, for quite a while. And he's also a doctor. He got a doctorate from a university in sports science. So he's a very intelligent and bright guy, and very determined character.
Yeah, and does that make him rather unusual in the world of boxing? I guess there's not too many other former boxers who may become president of their country.
Well, I mean, the only other one at the moment is Manny Pacquiao, who's a senator in the Philippines, and apparently when he packs in boxing, which should be sometime this year, is looking to stand as vice president. So, you know, the boxers are taking over the world at the moment, it seems.
I mean, it's also stood Vitali Klitschko in good stead, hasn't it? I mean, he obviously earned a considerable amount of money, but how he did it. Boxers, they earn their money through their hands, and that's what's been said. That's one of the slogans, isn't it, in Ukraine? He earned his money in his hands, so he doesn't need to steal it from the people.
That's correct. He's quite a wealthy guy. He's been a champion for many, many years. His fights in Germany are really well attended. You know, it's up to 50,000 people on a live gate will pay to watch him fight, plus obviously the TV revenue from around the world. But he's a very intelligent person. You know, he's quite, in what he does, certainly as far as boxing is concerned, he's very thoughtful in his approach, very thorough in his preparation. I'm sure he does that in his own life. I think he stood once or maybe twice as mayor for Kiev in the past, which he unfortunately didn't manage to become the mayor.
Of course, he's got a brother, hasn't he? Vladimir, of course. They were the Klitschko brothers. Does he have similar ambitions?
I don't know about that. Vladimir, I think, is, you know, I don't think he's politically as ambitious as Vitali. He's also the current, he holds a world title in 3 different divisions at the moment. So he's the current champion, and he's carrying the family name on. As far as boxing is concerned, the two guys, because they're brothers, never ever fought each other. And I think that's why over the years, the world's public, or the people who like boxing, there was never a defining champion like you had in other eras such as, you know, an Ali or a Joe Louis or a Tyson, Lennox Lewis. It was always the Klitschko brothers, so it's a bit confusing for the fans. Yeah, you're sometimes.
Right. I mean, did you ever wish you managed him, Vitali Klitschko, as he fought your fighters?
Yes, he beat 3 of my fighters. You know, 3 times, three wins he got, and one of them here, one in Germany, and the other one in the States. One each time. He was a tremendous fighter, you know, but he was a tremendous amateur athlete. As I say, he won the gold medal in the Olympic Games. So, you know, whatever he's done, he's been very successful in his chosen profession, and he's obviously politically motivated and driven at the moment. And I'm sure that he'll make a success of what he does in the unfortunate circumstances in the Ukraine at the moment.
I mean, it does give him that credibility, doesn't it? And also, I mean, because you have, obviously, as a heavyweight boxing champion, you've got that sense of power, but it gives you the credibility politically, doesn't it? And I've noticed this, you must have noticed it more, with quite a lot of big boxers. They're obviously extremely tough, but they talk very softly, they're very reasonable, and they're not scary.
That's quite true. And also, he's very well known, not just in the Ukraine. He's known around the world. He's obviously a hero in Ukraine as far as sport is concerned, because he's been at the pinnacle of his sport since he was a very, very young man. And, as you know, normally the world heavyweight champion is one of the most recognised sportsmen on the planet. Always has been the case. You know, they always say biggest is best. And he carried that mantle for a long, long time. And, you know, he's got a lot of dignity about him. He's a very dignified person. I thought he brought a lot of credibility to boxing. Showed that boxers are not just all, the sort of archetypical view of them, that they're not the brightest people in the world. You know, when a lot of them are very, very bright, and certainly Vitali is one of those.
He's certainly proving it, and who knows where he might go. Maybe Lennox Lewis is watching. Maybe we'll see him in Downing Street. Frank, thank you very much.
He may become president of Canada.
Yeah, there is that as well. Yeah, let's not go there. OK, Frank Warren, thank you very much indeed. Always good to talk to you. Frank Warren there about Vitali Klitschko.